Yo, this is Caroline. 3 weeks ago in my university, I met a new friend, and we have never talked to each other before until that day. And then, after about 30 minutes into the conversation, he ended up telling me about his secrets, a little bit of dark secrets which he wouldn't want anyone to know. And it has happened to me a lot of times before. Like people would just tell me about their secrets and about the things that they wouldn't usually tell anyone about. And also about the weird things that they usually do when they are alone. Right? They don't usually tell people about that. But why are they telling me that? And why am I telling you all of these? Well, because after those moments, after those conversations, we just turn out things just turn out to be a lot better. We become closer friends, we become best friends even, right? We hang out a lot more because they know that they can trust me. I have asked them why are they telling me all of those after about a while. So after they have told me, and they just told me that they feel like they can trust me. They feel like I am trustworthy, that I won't judge them. They just feel it. They just feel it. It's not about any logic things. It's all about the feelings and emotions. You just have to know how to tap into those. And now in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly what I did to get people to open up to you within 30 minutes into the conversation without forcing them and make them want to tell you with their own wish. So now sit back, relax, and enjoy. So why wouldn't people open up to you? And why would they open up to me? What's the difference? People are afraid to be judged. Unfortunately, we are living in a world full of judgment. Everyone would judge you. And because of that, people become more and more afraid to be judged by the society. And they would just filter the words that they say, the things that they do, because they are afraid to be judged. If there are no judgments, then they will just do and say anything that they feel like, right? They will just do whatever they feel like doing. They will just tell you every secret that they have because they are not afraid that that you might judge them anymore, because there's no judgment. So that's the key. You have to make them feel like you are not judgmental. Are you judgmental? I hope not. So if you can make them feel like you are not judgmental, then they would just open up to you more. Right? You have got 1 point if you are not judgmental, right? But that's not the only thing. Because just ask yourself, why would you open up to that person? To the one person. We all have that someone who we can talk to whenever something happens to us, right? They would just understand us at a level that no one ever have, right? They would just really understand us. They would just really listen to us whenever we talk to them. We feel like they are trustworthy, right? We feel like they care for us, right? What's the difference? What is it that they are doing to you that no one has ever done? Right? Why would you talk to that person rather than anyone else? It might be your friend, your best friend, your close friend, or your boyfriend, girlfriend, or maybe your parents. Whoever that is, why is that person special to you? Why can you talk to that person? Because whenever you talk to that person, they don't judge you. They can actually understand you at a higher level. Right? You feel like you can talk to them because you trust them. You have a level of trust. You have a level of trust that to them that no one has ever been to you, right? You can actually trust them, and you feel like you are safe, right? You have disclosed the secret that you have to them, but you still feel like you are safe because you trust them. And it's another key point. You have to be trustworthy. Okay, so you can't judge them, and you have to be trustworthy, and you have to listen carefully to them. You have to make them feel like they are actually talking to you, and you are actually listening to them. You don't just hear things, oh, okay. You don't just do that. You're actually listening. You ask them questions about them, you actually care, you show them care. Okay, so those are the points, those are the things that you have to actually do it. But how do you show that you don't judge them in just 30 minutes? You can't show that you don't judge people in just 30 minutes, right? But how do you actually do that without telling them? Because if you just go up to the stranger and then tell them, oh, I won't judge you, you can tell me all your secrets, would they trust you? Would they believe you? If I just come up to you and tell you that, would you believe me? Would you just tell me all the secrets? No, right? So how do you actually do it? So you have to know that it's always a give and take. Okay, in this world, I believe that it's always a give and take. Before you take something, you have to give them something first, and then and how that concept works right now. So it's like, if you want them to feel like they won't be judged whenever they tell you their secrets, if you want them to feel like they can tell you their secrets to you, then you have to tell them one of your secrets, one of the weird things, little weird things that not everyone does, like the little secrets that you do, right? You have to tell them your secrets first before they can tell you, before they feel like they can tell you their secrets. It's always a give and take. If you want to listen to their secrets, then you have to give them your secrets first. And any weird thing can be alright, okay, that not everyone does. And so if you just tell them your secrets, would they just tell you their secrets back? It doesn't actually work like that too, because it depends on the perceived value. Okay, if they view you as a really high as a really high status, and if your value on them is really good, right, then they will tell you the secrets because they feel like you are a trustworthy person. Okay, if you are like, if you don't have a high status, and if you just a random stranger telling them to asking them about their secrets, then they won't tell you, right? Even if you give them your secrets, they wouldn't even care. Why are you telling me your secrets, right? So it depends on the perceived value. It's like, when I say that high status, it doesn't mean that you have to be rich, or you have to make a lot of money, or you have to be very good at studies and such. No, it does not depend on those, right? It's good if you're making a lot of money, if it's good if you have a good education, but it doesn't actually depend on those. It's like you have good eye contact, you have good body language, you have a good hygiene, and you have lots of friends, like you are really, really friendly and you understand them, right? You have to make them feel like you are of higher status, depending on the social. Okay, you have lots of friends, you have good body language, you have good eye contact, and you have confidence. You have confidence, so they will view you as high status. That's how they view you, as high status, and that's how their perceived value is. If you do those, then they will view you as a higher status, and your value will just go straight up. And then you can just make them open up to you. If you are not like that, then whatever you do, whatever you say, they wouldn't just they wouldn't tell you anything. They would just not care about you. Why would they care anyway? You're just a stranger in their life, right? So that's how you actually do that. And the next thing is, how do you show that you actually care about them, that you're actually listening, and that you are actually paying attention? Well, it's simple. You actually have to pay attention to them. And when I mean to pay attention, you have to really listen to them. You have to observe. Observation is really important. And I've made a video about that when I started this channel, and I will link it in the description below. Go watch that. Even though the video quality is not quite good, the content is very important. Okay, so go watch that and learn how to observe well. And so you have to observe. You have to observe what they are doing, their actions, and when they are feeling sad. When you talk about something and then they just give you that bad vibe, when their facial expressions are not good, right? When they change, that's when you have to realize that something is wrong. And then that's when you know that they are feeling some difficulty in their life depending on that topic. Okay, so you have to really pay attention, observe, listen, and you have to actually care about them. You have to actually listen, right? You can't just fake that. There's no way faking that. Okay, so you have to actually listen. When you're listening, make them feel like you are actually listening to them by nodding a bit, and asking them questions, really deep questions about the topic that they are telling you. Okay, ask deep questions. Don't just ask, all right, okay, so what do you do? Don't just do that. Okay, really hold good eye contact, good body language, and ask them the right questions. So if you are very good at everything that I have told you already, if not even not very good, if you have done everything that I have told you already, at this point, it's the point that you are really going to make them open up to you. So right now, you have to ask the right questions. Yes, the right questions are very important. And the trick is, when you ask the questions, you don't just ask the question straight away. Tell me your secret. What are your secrets? No, you don't do that. What you have to do is you have to make an assumption. First, you observe, you pay attention, you listen, you care. So you will know that which topics make them feel different, make them change their emotions, right? Which topics, when you talk about, make them feel sad, and then dig deeper, a little bit deeper into that topic, and then make an assumption, and then only you ask. Okay, make an assumption like if they are feeling a little bit sad about football. Okay, football. So when you bring up that topic, and when you talk about football, and then they just you notice the change, right? You notice the change, and then you just dig a little bit deeper, and you make an assumption like, I don't feel like you are really good, and I don't feel like you feel good about this topic. Just make an assumption. Okay, even if it is wrong, they will just tell you, oh, I'm just tired, or I'm just thinking about something. They will just tell you if you're wrong. Don't be afraid to be wrong. And if you're right, if you make the right assumption, like, I don't feel like you feel good about this topic. I feel like you are being sad about football. Why? Something, okay? It's just an example, right? I don't have a good example in my head. So when you do that, and then if you hit the right spot, then they will just open up to you, because you are really actually caring and you are listening to them. And then only you can ask the right questions. If you aren't listening, if you aren't paying attention, then you cannot ask the right questions. So really pay attention, observe, listen, and care for them. And then make an assumption and ask the right questions. And that's how you make them open up to you. Any person in the world. Okay, you can just talk to a stranger for about 30 minutes and make them open up to you like that. So that's all for today. Like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video to help others. And pretty much that's it. Enjoy, guys. Bye bye.